Golden Star fam, what up, what up? Dwayne Fraser, Human Activator here. I've just been kind of contemplating my life's events that, been kind of just really contemplating past couple days. Am I in my ego? Am I an asshole? Am I ungrateful? Or unappreciative? Or am I just upholding my own boundaries and recognizing my own self-value and what I don't consider acceptable in my own life? You see, I think a lot of us have confused unconditional love with kissing someone's ass, with people pleasing, and we have forgotten that without self-love, we are nothing. We consider a lack of self-love unconditional love. And I have news for you guys. Sometimes love manifests as righteous anger. Sometimes love manifests as telling somebody something about themselves they might not want to hear, but they need to. You see, I can attest to this because in my life, I grew up with, single parents. You know what I mean? I went through my struggles, my whatever. And throughout that, I developed a lack of self-love, a lack of pride, and a lack of pride in my culture and who I am and all these things. And it's not that pride's a bad thing. Everything is good in moderation. It's when things become out of balance and polarized and one-dimensional that things become an issue. But pride can be a very good thing. Not having these forms of self-confidence and pride and things like that reinforced consistently throughout my childhood ultimately led to, me becoming a child addict and just not caring what I did to my body, having zero concerns for my body or my own well-being, and that's the problem. When you don't love yourself. That's the problem when you don't have enough self-confidence. And so that's what happens when you don't know your self-worth. That's what happens when you don't take pride in yourself and how you're taking care of your vessel. It fucking falls apart. Degradates. You allow anything to happen and consider it fate, because you're not willing to take any type of control over your own life. So, with dealing with the whole single parent thing, you lose a lot of self-confidence and self-worth, because you think, well, how could my parent not be here? Why am I not with them, or whatever? You know what I mean? So I grew up dealing with not valuing myself. And within that, I allowed a lot of people to walk over me. I didn't have any boundaries. I just was so quick to accept anyone's attention or anyone's illusion of love, that they were trying to give me. And this lack of self-worth and value bled out into my adult life. You know what I mean? And I was just allowing anyone to come into my life. I wasn't upholding any prices or anything like that in regards to my business. I didn't know my own value yet, I thought everybody could do this. I thought everybody was like me. And you learn very quickly that no one is like you. And you should never expect anyone to uphold the same type of standards that you uphold for yourself. And that the only person who's going to implement those standards or boundaries is you. No one else. We live in a world where people habitually cross boundaries, where people don't respect one another's space. We live in a volatile, violent, abrasive world that requires you to protect yourself and stand up for yourself. Stand in your own power, recognize your own truths, But that's what I got for y'all today. Be sure to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. Always a pleasure. Drop a comment, whatever y'all are feeling, Let me know if I'm full of shit, and It's always a pleasure to be heard, guys. It's always a pleasure to speak my truth and, an attempt to assist anyone in any way, shape, or form that we can. As always, wholeness.